Tanvir, your host and facilitator for tonight. So futurists are saying post-COVID-19, there will be an upswing or upward trends in every aspect of our life. So this upswing can come up in a year, in 2 years, or 3 years, we don't know. So don't you think people who are investing into themselves will be better prepared when the upswing comes up? So there's a saying that if we fail to prepare, we prepare to fail. With that in mind, this talk series named upSKILL for the upswing has been conceptualized, and our first topic is LinkedIn. In today's session, our speaker is Mahmoud Hassan, so a mechanical and ESD engineer. So Hassan has conducted many career workshops and has appeared few times in career talk show hosted by Brisbane Bangla Radio. So Hassan has been passionately writing for years on career topics in our Buet Alumni Facebook group. So let's welcome Hassan to start his presentation.
Thank you, Tawal Bhai. Thanks a lot to all of you who have already registered and are attending today's session, upSKILL for the upswing, LinkedIn. The question will come up that why LinkedIn? Why people are using it and business are using it? So before telling that one, I will tell you a short story about why I have used LinkedIn in last couple of years. As referees always say good things about you, but if you put something information in LinkedIn, they can easily justify or find out about your skills, experience, registration, and other things. So all of the things what I am trying to say about is all components that are included is marketing tool, LinkedIn. That is in future will replace the CV and resume. You know that 60 to 70% job are not given in the job ad. So there is a hidden job market. So you have to access the hidden job market. And you have to build a professional brand of yourself. And you have to network with people of similar minds and business. How the sales and marketing concept work, that is reputation, your education, experience, and guarantee. I will not tell more about the education and experience. We all have. To sell yourself in the LinkedIn, you have key items. That is, one is your LinkedIn profile. One is how you connect with people and business. And one is the networking and virtual networking. I'll go through that one in subsequent slides. Now, how you can prepare yourself for explanation of LinkedIn information. That's a bit of homework that you need to do. Once you're putting LinkedIn information in the LinkedIn, not all the information you should put, but you should prepare yourself once the recruiter or employers or other people ask more about you. So you will prepare some master document about your project list in Word file, and you will prepare career stories about you. At least 15 selection criteria you will write, and you can make some stories in your Word docs. And you can also list the company and client's name. Now, is LinkedIn recommendation necessary? So how to maximize your chance to find you by some tips are for your LinkedIn use. Post-COVID scenario, everyone is watching that space. But at the end of it, there is and just up to you to sell yourself in LinkedIn. What is the main obstacle that you can't write LinkedIn profile by yourself or professionally, whatever? And have you thought anything about your plan B in the post-COVID scenario?
Assalamualaikum everybody. My name is Maruf. I'm from 2001 batch, mechanical. So currently working in an energy company, API in Melbourne. I had a question to Mahmoud Bhai. So you are saying that the LinkedIn profile should be different from a resume. So could you please tell me how different that would be? It would be like, it won't be descriptive, illustrative like what we write in the resume. What do you mean by that? And second question was related to this one, that the LinkedIn profile title would be different to the present job title. Is it like that?
You have to find some keywords and put it in there, because you are applying some sorts of position. You are in a position, you are working, so you know your industry, that what's the keyword or key job role that you are looking for, and you should put that one in your LinkedIn profiles.
Go to our storytelling section. I would like to introduce to you Ahmedul Kabir Rupak from Mechanical, 96 Buet. A few months back in a social gathering, I was telling Rupak how did he get the job. So just to let you know that we have a Facebook group, and from time to time Buetians they raise their question, or they say that I'm new here, I'm struggling to get a job. So one person from us who always picked up his phone and give that person a call and initiate a discussion is this person, Rupak. So he has been very helpful in our Buet alumni circle, and he has been giving people some mentorship So when I was discussing with Rupok about his story of getting a job, so Rupok was telling me 3 years back how he leveraged LinkedIn, he effectively networked and then got his job. So he didn't know anyone, he only had the tool, LinkedIn. So I'll introduce Rupok, please, if you can share your story so we can get some inspiration how LinkedIn can be so effective in getting a job.
I think of, it's been precisely 3 years and 5 months. 3 years, 4 months and 15 days that I had landed in Australia. That was in Melbourne, I can recall. So everything was unknown to me. I didn't even know the transport network or where should I go, how would I be opening my bank account and what else I do. Anyway, in regard to the job, what I did after coming here, people were giving me advice like you have to browse Indeed, seek.com, Indeed.com, this kind of stuff. I started doing those, open my account. But at the side by side, I thought of LinkedIn could be a good tool. So thinking of that, I had a LinkedIn profile open. It was open for a long time, but I was really never giving much attention to that or giving an emphasis. So what I did, I started adding people. I used to use the role titles that I have performed in Bangladesh. So I put those role titles, search for people in Australia, and I started adding them with an introductory text. Hi, this is Omuk. I'm new in Australia, and I'm just trying to develop my network with the professionals. It'd be a pleasure to remain connected with you over LinkedIn. So what used to happen, some people used to read those, perhaps some accepted those requests, some really didn't care, somebody made a reply. It was just a kind of thought that if I address this with name, perhaps it would be drawing some attention. So I kept doing like this, and after a few months, I found one link. It's a Hotel Engineers Association in Australia. So I thought of let's find out who are the key persons in this organization, because I had experience of working 1.5 year in Radisson Hotel in Dhaka in their engineering. So luckily I could locate the president of that association in Melbourne. That guy was the director of engineering in Grand Hyatt, that was in the city. So I sent him a text. I managed his email address. Once he responded initially to my text over LinkedIn, then I told him, is there any way if will you schedule permit to catch up for a cup of coffee? Since I'm trying to get in touch with the professionals here, it would be really nice of you if you can give me some time. And I was lucky that he agreed. And I remember, like the day he sent me an email from booking his calendar. That was around 8 or 8:30 in the morning. So when I went there, I remember going there. I remember like I was sitting in the lobby of the hotel, and I sent him a text that I'm here. Then he made a reply, no, my meeting is with you at 11. I'll be meeting then. Then I made a reply, no, the calendar in meeting invitation you have sent me, that's 8:30. Then perhaps he checked that and he said, oh, sorry, I'll not be coming. So I thought, okay, he might be in the rush. It's early morning. So let's not put him on the rush. I said, no, it's okay. I think let's keep it at 11. So I have some other things to do in the city, and I'll be coming back. And say, yeah, I really appreciate that. It would be good. So what I did, just took a walk in the city. I went to office works, did some printer photocopy, and I came back at 11. Then, what happened that moment, just because I agreed to reschedule, with a strict request. Perhaps he was a bit submissive that moment. So anyway, he took me to one of their restaurants, and he offered me coffee. Although I offered him coffee, he did that. So I told him like what I did, what are the roles that I worked in. So he listened to me. That conversation, he actually let me to speak first. So later he said, "Yeah, I appreciate that the way you have approached me. It's good." He said, everything like your approach, your attire, everything looks okay to me, and I think you should be approaching more people in this way. That would be opening up some window for you. Then he offered me, and why don't you do one thing, that every month we do a catch-up. These are the engineers from different hotels. We do a catch-up monthly at different venue, and you'd get the chance to meet a number of people over there. I'll be asking my assistant to send you an invitation to the next catch-up, which is going to happen next week. So after that, I remember they sent me an invitation. So when I went there, this guy's name was actually David Zamet. Sorry that I forgot to mention his name. So David Zamet wasn't present there when I reached. So I found a number of other people. So when I started talking with them, and one of them was telling me, "Do you have any business card?" I said, "No, I don't." Then he advised me that just don't worry much. Go to Office Works, and it's not going to take you more than $20. You just print something. You don't have to print any logo where you're working. That should be, you just have some identity when you're introducing yourself to the people. You do present yourself with a business card. So there are other guys And while I was introducing myself with them to them, so they were also advising me on so many things. After a while, David Zamit, in the director of engineering from Grand Hat, he came and he told me that I've seen you talking with other people. So it's okay. This is the way I want you to keep talking with them. So in that event, whoever I talked, I asked for the business card, and at the same time I was asking you, is it okay if I add you over LinkedIn? And yeah, I found that most of them were having the LinkedIn account. I mean, they happily agreed. So thereafter, at the end of the session, only 6 or 7 were left out there. That time, like they were casually talking among each other. Then David Zamit, and then said, guys, call them. Guys, I just want to introduce this guy with you. This gentleman is new here, and they say, yeah, he has already introduced himself, so we know about him. And David told them that he's new here and he's looking for work. So at the same time, I want you guys to just keep an eye if something comes up in your network, or someone is looking for a new guy in a role. They don't mind taking someone who doesn't have a local experience but is from overseas, so please let me know. And at the same time, one guy told him that why don't you do one thing. I remember that guy's name was Anton, and he was coming to New South Wales from Victoria. He was saying that why don't you do one thing, that I do have a database that I'm going to hand over to you, and it has the email address of all the engineers, so shoot out an email. After that meeting, I came back and I kept looking on works, and one day I found a role. It was in a new site of Hyatt. I didn't even know actually that was a new site. It was a Hyatt place. And then I started looking at whether someone is in my network in Hyatt place, because randomly I started adding people in LinkedIn. So I found that GM was already added in my LinkedIn profile. So his name was Norman Khan. He was a German guy. So I sent him a text. Saying, Norman, I see that there's a role. So is it okay if I want to make an application? So I'm from overseas. I don't have any local experience here, but I just want to check that if you'd be considering someone as an applicant. Then he said, okay, perhaps this role has been already filled up, but let me check. I'll come back to you. Then after a few days, he sent me a text like, that role has been already filled up, but there's another role. So will you be interested? I made a reply to him, yeah, why not? It's a very good brand. So I'm really happy if I get a chance to work with you there. So thereafter, I remember like that day I was coming back from the city and I was in the train. So I met another recruiter. That time he sent me the text. Then after getting off the train, I thought, so this is Hyatt place, and I met David Zamit. He's from Grand Hat. Why don't I give him a buzz that I'm talking with someone? Then I sent a quick text to David. David, do you know Norman? By chance? And after a while, David called me. Why you're asking me about Norman? And I say, this is the case, that there's a role he's saying, and he told me that he'll be coming back to me later on. Then David said, okay, you send another text to Norman and tell him that you know me, you had a chat with me. So I said, okay, I'm sure I'll be doing that. He said, yeah, please go ahead. And I sent another text to Norman. He said, hi, Norman. I was just having a chat with David Zamit, and he said, looks like you guys know each other. And the next text Norman sent me, he said, are you free tomorrow? So that reference actually really worked that time. Only a text that I know David. Then I said, yeah, I'm free tomorrow. Then he said, okay, come at 2 p.m. or something. Then yeah, the following day, I went there at 2, and interestingly, when I got into their office, I found a gentleman. He was approaching towards me. This gentleman, his name was Peter Nesbitt. He was actually, I met him in that event, the event of the engineers, like a month back. And he was looking at me and was approaching me. He was saying that, gentleman, I know you, but I'm sorry that I've forgotten your name. I told him, yeah, it's okay. I don't have an English name. It's quite obvious that you not be able to remember, but I recall where I saw you. He said, yeah, I also recall where I met you. And he was also a bit surprised that I could recall his name. I could recall actually just because of LinkedIn. He was also added. So, yeah, in the meantime, the general manager, who's Norman Khan, and I could recognize him just because of seeing his picture on LinkedIn. And he was approaching towards me. He said, you guys know each other? And then we said, yeah, we met like a month ago. And the expression I had seen on Norman's face, like that was giving him some relief. Okay, Peter knows me, one of his employees. And yeah, I'd say thereafter, the interview they had taken me, 3 of them were there. And in the interview, they really didn't ask me that much of a question or that kind of question. It was a very much kind of casual discussion. And I had a feel that the level of question or whatever they had in their mind they'll be asking, it really is down when Norman got the reference from David. And on that day, just before the interview, he found that Peter was saying, yeah, I know him, I met him. David told him. So all these guys really, like, I met them for the first time, but just before meeting them, they have been on my LinkedIn profile. That really helped out. So thereafter, yeah, it was really easy. We had the interview, and they told me that if we call you for another interview, will you be able to come? I said, yeah, I'll be happily, because I'm looking for work. Obviously, I'll be coming. But they didn't actually call for the second interview. I came out of there. I was on the train going back to my home for the day, and after a while, Peter called me and he said, I'm offering you the job, so will you be able to join from 1st of May? So yeah, that's it, how it worked.
Thank you, Rupak. It's so inspiring. I've heard it once, and it's like process of building rapport.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Rupak Bhai, for putting up such an inspiring story. Really got inspired, and thanks to Tamal Bhai for organizing this. So, Rupak Bhai, how was the experience? Like, you didn't have any local experience, because whenever we are going to the market, the employers are just telling you don't have any local experience, and as if that's the only fault. And on top of that, how can you get, if we don't get an entrance to the market, how can you get local experience in the first place?
Once you find that the recruiter has accepted your ad request, offer him, hi, will it be okay if I can catch you over a cup of coffee and discuss about any like potential opportunity that you may have. So many of them didn't respond, but I found 2 or 3 of them responded. They agreed to have a cup of coffee, and in fact, I didn't actually have to pay. They paid that bill. It's part of their. It is in their KPI. They have to meet people who are looking for a job in the market. It's in their KPI. So never hesitate to poke them or knock them for a message. And the other thing is, I was talking with Hassan a few days back. I said, try to use LinkedIn. If it's the matter of you're looking for a job at this moment, try to use LinkedIn as the way you're using your Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're on the train, like keep adding people. Don't care if they respond to you or don't. Because it's I feel it gives an emphasis when someone looks at your profile and say you're connected with 3,000 people or 5,000 people. Those kind of profile really attracts the recruiters. And if you even try to post something, like if you post something on Facebook, it goes up. Whoever is on your friend list, they see on their homepage it's the latest news. So LinkedIn works in a similar way. Try to post something every week, not every day. I'd say every week. It can be someone else's post, but it has to be a good post. So they actually want to see that how much active you are in a professional network. And like even if you take a selfie on Facebook, I'd say when you get the chance to meet a recruiter, take a selfie with him. But it was a nice catch up.
Really good thing.
Really good.
Very much for the opportunity to talk something. So far, as Ahmed Al-Kabir's presentation is very good, and also Mohammed Hassan presented very well. So need to sell yourself. That is very important question. For example, when I came in Australia first, very difficult to get job. Sometimes, initially I started work at Monash University because I'm teaching in universities, but I have also industrial experience in Bangladesh as well as in Japan, and then I came to Australia. Then sometimes, similar as Ahmed Al-Kabir, I have contacted different universities. Someone, Abu, who said he has PhD degree and not getting job, a little bit frustrating, very much worried about that one, but you have to sell yourself. So you have to contact with the person who is in your area, working in university or, for example, industries, CSIRO or relevant industries. Send your CV, as Ahmed Al-Kabir mentioned, send 10, maybe you will not get no response from mine. That is correct. I have the same case, but I got job at the end in university. And once I sent similar way, then one day I got a call on professor want to talk with me. He said, you have this experience. I found that time LinkedIn was not, so 16 years before. And later on also I have good contact with different professors. Now, mostly in Australia and worldwide, everyone knows me. So that way, anyone who has the credential, PhD degree, research profile, definitely can get university job or research organization, for example, CSIRO or any other research places. They are looking also research person. So PhD is not a bad thing. I think Abu also mentioned it bit. So if someone see my PhD degree and they will not recruit me, not like that. Sometimes it is additional qualification. As Farhan also mentioned that is PhD is like a research experience. So that way can get job, everyone can try. If anyone needs suggestion or anything, contact me. So you can get my name in Google or university profile. So I can support. Even if you got an interview for university or anywhere, if you ask me, I can take your mock interview. Recently, I took 2 persons. One is my research assistant and another one is casual employee for SIG University Park campus. I took their interview. So far, I'm happy to help anyone who needs help and not to be frustrated. Sometimes it is very difficult, as we need passion and to get the job. So if anyone want to contact, also can contact me. So I'll try to support, because our engineers should get job in real professional, that they can do better. Great graduate cannot get job. Everyone will get job, but try your best and a little bit passion. So hopefully it will be useful.
Thank you so much, Narotam Bhai. This is one of the reason we are doing this workshop, to have a proximity, so then we can help each other in a better way.
Yes.
So in LinkedIn, I've created a group for called BUET Alumni Australia, and there are around 125 BUETians there. So I want everyone to join in that group. The LinkedIn group is very effective, and we already created another page called BUET Alumni Australia in LinkedIn. Facebook is not effective for job.
And Facebook is not authentic, and it is not for job and so on, not technical. Yeah. But if anyone, those are doing research, ResearchGate or Google Scholar and Scopus ID, that one is good, but not Facebook. That is not recommended. It's definitely.
I'm doing casual lecturing at Queensland University of Technology. If I'm applying to Melbourne or Sydney, should I say that, should I put my address as at that place? Is that wise? Like, I feel that is not okay.
Nishad, the answer is yes, and at the same time, no.
And nowadays, without Engineers Australia membership, it is difficult to get job, especially in Victoria. I don't know other places. So if you are not, better to be member and upgrade your membership skill and so on. I think that is useful. So if anyone needs support to become fellow, if you have more than 15 years experience, you can contact me and send your CV. I will support you. I will recommend you. So you get fellowship.
Next 6 weeks, what people can do with their LinkedIn profile and week by week basis. So you may expect a few emails from us to all the participants, so that we can take it further. And hopefully we can have another couple of months or in a month, another session. Actually, this is a part of our mentoring program. We have been trying to add some value in our BUET alumni mentoring program. So thank you so much, and I will communicate with you in email. And just a reminder, please connect with us. That doesn't matter if you're from BUET or anywhere else, in LinkedIn, in our group, BUET Alumni Australia. And I've created a page, BUET Alumni Australia, same name. So it's better to be connected with everyone. And in tough time, when you're in a community, in a proximity, and challenges seems less daunting. So let's be together. And in future, what Hassan was saying, there's a tunnel. Let's go through the tunnel together, and let's see, and look forward to a better future. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, Tamal Bhai. Thank you, BUET Alumni Association of Australia. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Narotam.